let me tell you some folk that tried. They call them the great pharaohs of Egypt. Built these pyramids. All kinds of ways to get down there, and then they blocked it all off, and they had all of their treasures put in there with them, going into the afterlife. Osiris, I'm going to meet you there. And I got enough money to pay my way in. Where's all their stuff now? Museums, private collections, and some of it they ain't gonna never see again. Especially that gold stuff. I can melt that down and put my face on it. Think about that for a minute. Instead of Caesar's face, Harry Bourne's face. You can't take it with you. You can't take it with you. So don't get yourself caught up in it. You already been warned. All you got to do is stick around for a few years. You're going to go to somebody's funeral. And I have yet to see all day riches in that coffin. And for those that get cremated, guess what? I ain't never seen nobody put, no, we're going to put his watch on. No, give me that. We'll say that. Now cremate. Now you cremate. Right? Watch ain't worth nothing, but they want it. Don't do it. Be grateful and generous to your fellow human beings. Not just your church family, to your fellow human beings. It means nothing if you just do it in here. You got to do it out there. That's where you glorify God. You're doing it here. Don't get it twisted. This is right. But out there is more better. Because that's where they're unsaved at. Everybody here is probably in. If you ain't, I'm going to be looking for you. Because I believe I am. And I believe y'all are. But I'm uncertain about them out there. So let me go out there among them. Isn't that what Jesus did? He went out there. He didn't stay posted up in the temple. Y'all come to me. No. He went there. And he got so good at it that they would follow him there. So that's the example, right? You go where they are. You're so good at it that they follow you here. And you know who will do that? You know who they'll do that for? A person that's generous and gracious. Because it's God's grace that abides in you, that you're giving to them, that they will receive and come wherever you are. Because they want to know about how you get it. That's the stewardship part of it. I'm giving you what God gave me, his grace. What did he say? He said, my grace is sufficient. So if it's sufficient for me, then it's sufficient for them. Give it to them. You're God's example on earth. Give them his grace. And they'll respond, those that will. It ain't going to be everybody. I hope y'all know that everybody ain't going to heaven. If not, you probably need to come and have a talk with me, Pastor, Reverend Carter, Reverend Freeman back there. Everybody ain't going. Number 3. Use your resources wisely. Hey, listen, it's real simple. I make $5, I can't spend $5. It's that simple. That's not the only resource that you have, though. Got a whole lot of resources. Some of them you probably may not even know about. I know, figured out, hey, I'm pretty good at whatever it was, right? I didn't even know that. But that was a resource. That was a gift. So I should take that gift and spread it around. Let it be used for something good. The example is, I should say, being on city council. I didn't know I was good at politics. Pretty good at it. So I should try to help as many people as I possibly can live a better standard of living, right? Spread it around. This is what I know. Everybody born on the face of the earth has at least one gift. At least one. I would even argue that it's always multiple, but at least one. You got to find that gift, and you got to exploit it by giving it to others, using it to help others. And you know how you start? Right here. Helping one another. And then it goes out and out and out and out. Make good use of your time. That's a resource. Make good use of it. But first, seek the kingdom of God. Make good use of your time, but first, seek the kingdom of God. Why? It's a full circle. God is the author of time. And if you use your time wisely by seeking the kingdom of God first, God will add to that resource. He'll give you more time. Think about that for a minute. You may have been born with, let's just say, 20 years on your life. But because you've used your time wisely and you've been in church seeking the kingdom of God, God has added to your life. You're now 60, 70, 80. That's what God does. Use your time wisely, but first, seek the kingdom of God and his righteousness. All things will be added to you. That's scripture. Comes straight out of scripture. Matthew talks about it. So use your resources wisely. With that said, 3 takeaways I'd like to give you. Stewardship. 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 Y'all don't hear me because y'all would be repeating it. Stewardship. 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 I'm going to change it up on you. Stewardship. Accountability. 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 Number 3. Readiness for Christ's return. Because he is coming back for his church, which we all are part of. He is coming back. And we are looking to hear him say, we heard Pastor talk about it 2 weeks ago when he was talking about stewardship. And the passage said, well done, good and faithful servant. That's what you're looking for. Without it, you may not get that pass, what they call it, monopoly, get out of jail free. You may not be able to get out of jail because you're trying to get to the next level, which is with the master. Well done, good and faithful servant. And you've seen here in Scripture, and I'm closing, you've seen it right here in Scripture that to whom much is given, much is required. What do they mean by that? God gives you a lot of resources to do his will. And if you don't use them, you've seen what happened to the unfaithful servant in the scripture, in the text. I didn't talk about it because I didn't want to even talk about the other side because I don't want nobody to even think about it. But to the one that's faithful and given much, much is required. And let me tell you something, you're going to be wore smooth out. People weigh heavily on you, but that's okay. God gives us the strength to carry more than just our own little frames. I would even submit to you that God gives us the strength to carry a whole nation on each and every one of our shoulders. The problem becomes we're fearful of getting out there in front where we rightly belong because we think about the persecution. But the killer is the persecution comes anyway. Why not be in front when it comes, where God is carrying and protecting you all the way? Because all he's going to do is push you up there anyway. That's what he does. You get off path,